If you're a landlord or a property investor or someone who's operating the service accommodation model, one of the biggest killers and banes of your life will be voids. Where on earth have all the good tenants gone? Because you don't want to just fill it with any old tenant. You want to increase your occupancy rates, reduce your void rates with good tenants. And in this video, I'm going to be discussing a number of different ways of how you can actually get much better tenants and get them to ideally stay for a lot longer. So if you're wondering who on earth am I, my name is Thatcher. I am a property investor as well as someone that actually helps clients to actually get more customers into their business in general. I'm actually doing some talks with people at the moment for free. So if you're interested in getting some ways actually to have to basically get more customers into your business, then please do go and book some time in my diary by going to callazoo.com. Again, I'll sit down for 45 minutes for free with you and discuss some various ways that will be able to solve that problem in your business, which is getting more customers into your business. And specifically, if you're in the service accommodation industry, then I'll be able to discuss some ways with you that you'll be able to use to actually find those really good high-paying tenants that are looking for a property just like yours. So the reason why I'm making this video is because as a landlord myself, I often have times where people come and approach me and say, you know, circumstances have changed. Maybe they've met a partner and they've decided to move in from one of my HMO rooms and they've decided to now move into like a flat or something of their own. So they're looking to kind of downsize. And if you're doing the service accommodation model, obviously your guests are only staying for a short period of time. So the churn is quite high. It's just the nature of the business. So how on earth do you actually reduce the time between from one occupancy to another? You want to have as many good tenants as possible. And one of the ways to do this is following what I call the RAF formula. In the last video, part one of this video, I talked about the R, which is more about building a strong foundation and really focusing on reputation, actually building a lot of reviews and things like that. In this video, we're going to be talking about the A part of that formula, which is more to do with advertising or the marketing of your business, getting more eyeballs onto your service accommodation and actually getting higher quality tenants into your business essentially. So one of the great ways to be able to do this is to use paid advertising. It really does cut down the amount of time that you're going to have to spend out there physically going and trying to look for people, because there's really it's either going to be time and it's or money. That's how you're going to fill your rooms. So you're either going to spend your time going on all these free websites, whether it's like, as an example, sparerooms.com, posting and then having to repost every day to boost your listing up, or you're going to spend some money to become a featured ad on there, and it will stay at the top of the listings there. So that's sort of one way to kind of do it. That's kind of what I mean by paid advertising. So a better form of paid advertising, a more accurate form of paid advertising, is also to use things like Facebook. Now, the problem that I hear from a lot of my clients in the past is that they've put an ad up on Facebook, they've like put a post or something, they've boosted it, and they've spent however much they spent, £50, £100 or more, and nothing. It's just crickets. They don't get any results, no return. So you end up thinking, well, you know, this must be some kind of scam, isn't it? Because ultimately, like, you know, the people that I'm interested just aren't in Facebook, and those that are on Facebook, they're certainly not clicking my ads, and if they are clicking my ads, they're never actually booking a room. So if you want help solving this kind of a problem, then again, book some time in my diary by going to callazoo.com, and I'll sit down for 45 minutes with you and kind of show some stuff there. But this is really only for people that have an established business. So if you're in service accommodation and just starting out, then this isn't really for you, because you don't have like the momentum or the budget to actually really implement the ideas that I'll be sharing with you. So if you are a bit further along, then once you've done the stuff I've talked about in part one of this video, of this kind of video series of building your reputation and all the rest of it, now you're going to kind of market that reputation. And one of the best ways to do that is actually on Facebook. Now, there are essentially, let's say someone's clicked on your website as an example. What you'll find is that's someone raising their hand to say they're interested in your property. And if you're a business, they're interested in your product or service, right? Now, the thing is, that person will come. There are sort of three types of people that are coming to your website. Those that are looking for the best kind of reputation. They want somewhere, that's basically got a good reputation. Somewhere that's going to be clean, someone that's going to be quiet, someone that's going to be kind of good value for money. So really kind of a good service. So it's reputation. The second type of person is someone that's actually looking for a good deal. So maybe they can get 2 for 1, a discount, free breakfast, or something along those kind of lines is a kind of a good deal. And then there's the third type of person that's actually wanting a good product. So you've got one person that wants a really good service when they're there. You've got another person that wants a really good deal. And then there's another person that wants like a really good kind of product as well. So, super large double room, at a reasonable price, or in a really good location to where they're kind of doing. So there's 3 different types of kind of buyers really, and you're going to kind of attract those types of people. And one of the reasons why I say using Facebook is because you can actually go into the back end of Facebook, which is not a lot of people realize or know. So if you go to business.facebook.com, you can actually go into the back end of Facebook. You set up an account there for free, and it actually gives you much more access to your to the different marketing tools that are available on Facebook. And one of the things that's really good about Facebook specifically is you can actually really narrow down and drill down to different demographics. So think of who your ideal tenant would be. Perhaps it's someone like, I used to live in Bristol as an example, and people that were quite good tenants were those that worked for Airbus. They generally tend to be people that are either going into an apprenticeship kind of scheme, so they might be like 18, 19 years of age, or even if you don't want it that young, you want someone a bit more experienced, maybe you're going for like the people that are over 21, up to about maybe 35 or so. So you can actually target that type of you can do that kind of demographic targeting in the back end of Facebook. You can pick someone that's a guy, as an example, that's between 20 and 30, that works for Airbus or your given employer, and you can do that. The other great thing that you can do also in the back end of Facebook is you can actually, a lot of people doing service accommodation example, maybe you've got a big employer, a corporate employer in the area. The great thing that you can do with Facebook is you can run adverts to every single person that goes in the vicinity of that big employer. So as an example, if it was someone like Airbus, as an example, what you could do is in Facebook, you could say everyone within a mile of Airbus location, I'm going to run my specific ad to them. So you create a really good ad, write a really persuasive, compelling ad, put that together, and then you target your ideal demographic, and then you do the location is your ideal corporate entity. So it could be, Virgin Media employees, it could be Airbus, Rolls-Royce, it could be hospital staff, it could be construction site workers. If you've got a construction site going on at the end of the road, or in your city, in an area in your city, and your property is going to be really good for that type of person, then you can run ads for everybody in that kind of vicinity. So anyone that's in that vicinity will then see your ad and then go from there. And what you can do is then filter out the not great people, not desirable people. So perhaps people that are teenagers are not well suited. So then you'd only do, like, as I said, men 20 to 30 or 20 to 25, that type of thing, that are in this vicinity, and run ads specifically to them. Now, when you're targeting that kind of thing, you're really, your ad spend that you're spending is much more targeted and much more dialed in, and you can kind of do stuff. Now, if you're a bit of a technophobe and all that sounds like kind of gobbledygook to you, then please do book some time in my diary by going to callerzoo.com. I'll sit down with you for about 45 minutes or so and kind of run you through how you can implement that kind of stuff yourself if you so desire. Again, this is really an offer for people that actually have an established business already, have a number of service accommodations already, or a number of HMOs already. If you're just starting out, you're brand new, then this, as I said, you don't have the momentum behind you to implement many of the ideas that I'll be able to impart with you on that if you book some time in my diary. So that's kind of it for this tip. I probably will make a part 2 of this specific thing as well, drill down a little deeper. If you're interested to know more, then please do comment below. If you know anyone that might be interested in this information, then please do let them know about this video. Give me a thumbs up if this is the kind of thing that is of interest to you, or you'd like to know more about it, because it helps me to know to go on to make more videos like this as well. And I hope you found it useful. As I said, my name is Azir Thatcher. I am actually, as well as being an investor, I do help people on a regular basis with regards to getting more customers into their business. Specifically on this particular video, I'm talking about people in the service accommodation industry that are looking to get either more corporate clients or just better high quality tenants into their property. So if that's of interest to you, then do please go ahead and book some time in my diary by going to callerzu.com. Again, I'm just doing something for free to kind of help and give back to other like-minded green light thinkers like yourself. So thanks very much for watching this video, and I'll speak to you in the next one.